Dragon Blood Shifter can temporarily imbue her body with Draconic Magistry as a swift action. When activating this ability, the Dragon Blood Shifter must select one of chromatic or metallic dragon types. Her Draconic aspect abilities grant resistance and deal a type of damage based on the chosen dragon type. While shifted into this form, she gains the Scent ability and energy resistance 5 against the energy type that corresponds with her selected dragon type. Also, whenever she prevents damage with either the resistance or the immunity provided by her Draconic aspect ability, she heals a number of hit points equal to the amount of damage prevented. I really love that. She can maintain this form for a number of minutes per day equal to 3 plus her shifter level. That's fucking terrible. Minutes? So 1 or maybe 2 combats a day? That's fucking terrible. Duration does not need to be consecutive, but it must be spent in 1 minute increments. Yeah. The Dragon Blood Shifter can select a different dragon type every time she uses the ability, but she must end her current Draconic aspect and activate this ability again in order to change chosen type. Evil Dragon Blood Shifters can only choose from chromatic dragons. Good Dragon Blood Shifters can only choose from metallic dragons. And neutral Dragon Blood Shifters can choose any dragon type. Alright. I haven't played Pathfinder 1st Edition, so I don't know how to compare these to how they work in tabletop. So everything I talk about is all about just first-time experience in this game. And the main thing I want to compare this character to is the Alchemist Shapeshifter, because it is by far the most powerful shape-shifting option in this game. And so I'm wondering, what ways can this be different? Because every other way is just weaker. Because the Alchemist Shifter gets spells, which you can just choose a whole bunch of really good defensive stuff, like Concealment and Mirror Image and all that kind of stuff for just percentile mischances, which multiply your defenses exponentially over what they would be. And then because you're an alchemist, you take the greater mutagen, and that significantly boosts your stats to such a point that it's even beyond what you would get for playing a full base attack bonus character. Because even if you have like a brown fur shifter, brown fur, what class is it? But it's a class that specifically allows you to cast transformative spells on other people. Even if you have somebody like that in your group who can cast high-level transform spells on you, it's not generally as good as the Alchemist Shapeshifter by itself, just because the mutagens give you such a disgusting stat boost that you're going to have more defense, similar offense, and also have good spells to defend yourself with. And that you're not wasting that entire other character, because the brown fur is pretty useless other than its ability to grant stuff to other people. Like, even when it transforms itself, it's not fantastic. So I really wonder how this class is gonna shape out. Get it? At will, a shifter in the natural form can extend her claws as a swift action to use as a weapon. The claws in each hand can be used as a primary natural attack, dealing 1d4 damage of piercing and slashing damage. As the shifter gains levels, the power of her claws increases. At third levels, her claws bypass DRN Cold Iron, Magic, and Silver. At 7th, they increase to D6. At 11 to D8. At 13th to D10. 17th crit multiplier becomes ×3. Finally, at 19th, the claws bypass DR adamantine and all. While a shifter uses wild shape to assume her aspect's major form, her primary natural attacks gain the same benefits granted by her shifter claws abilities. She can use either in the base damage of her shifter claws or the damage of the form's primary attacks, whatever is greater. A list of primary attacks is provided in the description of each major form. That sounds mediocre. Like, regular damage scaling in original Pathfinder was pretty terrible. It's very inconsistent because until 4th edition, damage scaling in D&D has always been terrible. You keep getting more hit points, but you don't, especially for martial characters, really have reliable ways of doing more damage without trying to find gimmicky ways to stack damage from tons of different sources. Which is one of the primary things I really like about Pathfinder 2 is that you just have reliable damage scaling. So when you point at a character, you know, hey, this is a baseline of how effective they're going to be for their chance to hit, their armor, their damage, their saves. Everything is generally at a certain level. Depending on your choices for different things, you can raise them up a bit more, but never like exponentially, which I really like. Get medium armor, you can use shields, which is dumb. Just like monks in Pathfinder 2 can use shields, but it's like when you're using natural weapons, thematically, especially to me, and I know to several other people as well, because it's been mentioned on the forums, that if you're using your natural weapons, then you're using both your arms. It's very wonky to look at it and be like, oh, hey, I'm using my natural weapons, so I'm using a shield in one hand and just clawing out or punching with my other hand. Like, that's just super weird, and that's almost nobody's fantasy vision of a natural attacker. At 2nd level, when unarmored, not using a shield, and conscious, the shifter adds her wisdom bonus to her AC. Well, that's good to know. Because if I had just made a 1st level character, I probably wouldn't have pumped my wisdom, but now I'm going to have to, especially since you get 0 whiz save. It's your lowest. That's kind of interesting. This bonus increases by 1 for every 4 shifter levels, up to maximum +5. If she's wearing non-metal armor, she instead adds half her wisdom bonus. That's still pretty decent. These bonuses to AC apply even against touch attacks and when the shifter is flat-footed. She loses these bonuses when she is immobilized or helpless. These bonuses do not stack with monk AC bonus class features, so it's basically the same thing then. Track, I don't really care about. Claws, woodland graze. At 3rd level, the shifter ignores movement penalties caused by difficult terrain, is immune to the entangled conditioning, gains +2 to AC against attacks of opportunity. That's interesting. Excuse me. Fury. 6th level shifter gains the ability to make several ferocious attacks with the same natural weapon instead of attacking with all weapons. Oh, it's just their weird way of making it so that even when you're in a different form, instead of just monster forms all just have a number of weapons and you use them all. Instead, this ability makes you operate more like a regular player character. Level 9, that is when you can finally change into a dragon. Worm Shifter. At 9th level, the Dragon Blood Shifter can push her form closer to that of a true dragon. She gains a +2 racial bonus on saving throws against sleep and paralysis effects. She does not gain the wild shape ability until 9th level. Oh, so I don't have any shifter ability until 9th level. Interesting. When using the ability, she takes on the form of a true dragon. This ability functions as the Dragonkind 1 spell instead of Beast Shape 2. You become a medium dragon-like creature. You gain a +4 bonus to strength, 2 bonus to Constitution, and 4 to AC. Immunity to difficult terrain, a breath weapon, and resistance to 1 element. Your movement speed is increased by 10 feet. You also gain 1 bite, 2 claws, and 2 secondary wing attacks. The secondary attacks do not benefit from shifter claws. So your claws and bite do. That's interesting to know. So you get 3 attacks that can benefit from your enhanced claws. Your breath weapon and resistance depend on the dragon of your dragon prototype. You can only use the breath. Yeah, I think a lot of these look super cool, but since I am a dragon fanatic, this is what I gotta go with. And I'm really interested to see how this shapes up against other transformative options in the game, since I have a gold dragon playthrough that I'm in Act 5 in, I think, now. And I've tried to make a Ravager with my Lich playthrough, just trying to be undead and also take on dragon forms, and it's real weak. It's real bad. Just having a sorcerer, even taking all the levels of Dragon Disciple, just everything about it in dragon form is just so weak. Oh, where was I? Use your breath weapon once every 1 to 4 rounds. All breath weapons deal 68 points of damage and allow reflex relay for half. This ability lasts for 1 minute. Using Dragon Shape is a standard action that does not cause attacks of opportunity. The Dragon Blood Shifter can use Dragon Shape a number of times per day, equal to her shifter level plus her Wisdom modifier. That's less than the other kinds. Oh, man, I hate that. I hate not being able to shapeshift for the whole day. Yeah, I'm hoping the fact that it seems like it's got a lot of benefits to hitting stuff with High Bab and the Shifter's Fury sounds like it's just adding more attacks, so you might be able to eventually make like 6, 8, 9 attacks. At what level is that then? Because I never needed it with my Alchemist shifter because Alchemists are crazy powerful. And my Lich I haven't gotten that far with Lich. I'm only Mythic 4, I think. The only shapeshifter one I've seen just allows you to bypass damage. 14 we get Improve, which is just going to be Dragon Form 2. Oh, it does get... Nope. Tied to draconic abilities reaches peak sleep and paralysis. Yeah, see? Level 20 is when you get at will in the class. That, oh, God, I hate that. Huh. I'll have to look it over again when I get there. Well, here we go. We shall try this class out. What do I want to be? None of these things, technically. I need wisdom and strength. Although Wiz and Con is also good. The Oriads get... Strength, charisma. Ooh, penalty to what I want. Constitution, wisdom, strength, wisdom. There we go. Those are all the things that I want. It's too bad they don't have like multiple different types. Like I like the elemental heritages in Pathfinder 2. They're so good, so many cool options. I played as a druid shapeshifter that was the dual elemental type, and that was real fun. Don't think there's any backgrounds that really do pure physical. What's leader give you? Nope. So I don't want any bonuses. Well, I don't really need this either. Mobility and lore, list of class skills. Don't really need any of that. Not gonna get an animal companion, so don't need that. Don't need bows. Can't imagine this character doesn't get nature as their... Do I care enough to get a +1 to lore nature? I mean, since there's almost nothing else I can take that does anything for me. Oh, saving throws on demons is good. Because that'll be a lot of the things we fight. Yeah, that'll work. Nice and simple. I'm going to max this out. And then max this out. And then... we still want dexterity for defense. This starts off slightly better, but then doesn't improve that much. Yeah. But now I've got one... I guess I could do that. Now I don't recall if... I think I'm confusing 5e too much. I'm not sure if there's any give +2 stat plus other benefit feats. I don't think there are. Most feats in regular Pathfinder are just generic must take shit. Oh, that looks decent enough for me, I guess. Although I guess this is a total of 4 AC, which is as much as a regular character having maximum dex. So I guess that's decent. I don't think mobility is going to do anything for us. We get immunity to attacks of opportunity at some point anyway. So we probably want athletics and nature and perception. Those will be all our things. It's nice that it doesn't even get persuasion, since it's bad. It doesn't care for charisma. You can invoke your aspect's minor form longer than most. Add your wisdom bonus to the number of minutes per day that you can use your shifter aspect ability to assume a minor form. That's alright. Not fantastic, but that's alright. Oh, and of course, the big problem with natural forms is weapon focus, because you have to take it like 3+ fucking times. Yep, we need bite and claw. Don't think we need combat reflexes anytime soon. Not a lot of enemies move around in combat. Otherwise, this should be really good, but... And Doge. Doge is always great to grab. Define underground. Almost all of the Abyss, except for the town, seems like it's fucking underground. Get power attack much later. Ooh, Stony Step. Underground, fuck you. Yeah. Since I'm taking dragon form, it's going to be bite. But I don't get that form until level 9, so I think I'm going to take claw so that it affects my minor form as well until I get to level 9, and then sometime around level 9 I can take weapon focus, bite. I think that would be better long term. I can always respec and change it if I'm not using my claws after level 9. Well, it's called a minor form. It says a dragon medium dragon sized. But that's still at level 9. You don't get the full one until 12, I think. Is there any difference in these other than Universal is just more options? Because it's weird, I haven't chosen my alignment yet, so they should come after alignment. Yeah, because I can't even choose these yet because I haven't chosen alignment for them. Or I think this automatically sets your alignment, or at least limits it. Which is like, why would you want to limit yourself? If you're not playing a character who is religious at all, why limit yourself? Yeah, any of these. Where is none? N for none. Oh, okay, well, I guess we're not choosing Hera still. Okay, it can be neutral evil and just true neutral. Green Faith is also... Oh, derp. Don't really care. Alignment is dumb. Nobody should use it. Alright, how to make an Oread not look stupid. I think this automatically looks better than the last one I tried making, though. I wonder if they updated it. Because the last time I made one had, like, rock chunks coming out of them, which is, you know, if you want that kind of look, that's fine, but... Oh, we only got 3 faces. We got... Guy's way too fucking happy. That guy is grumpy as fuck. And this guy looks evil. That's not a lot of choices. I guess since I want my background to kind of be like the character you pick up in here, being from Sakura's, then I guess being pissed off that everything's fucked up is the way to be. I'm playing a similar kind of character in Pathfinder 2 Kingmaker right now that has something to do with Sakura's, because I thought the lore for this stuff was really cool. Why do I have technically mismatched eyes, but realistically they're fucking green and not even these colors that are chosen? Oh, hair. I can't tell because I have a helmet on. Where is... Well, that's a good one to put it on. Yeah, that. Yep. I remember why I didn't like those. So in the off chance I lose my helmet, I would rather have... Oh, God, that's still bad. There we go. I'd rather have that than anything else. So all of this is just tassels that looks like hair. That's kind of cool, though. Oh, jeez, that's just not my cup of tea. That's what that is. War paint. What the? That looks weird. I'm not gonna see much because he's got so much covering. So probably won't. I know it's like a black line, but it kind of looks like a scar. A chunk of rock missing. Probably going to choose nothing, because none of these really do anything for me. Can't have any tattoos, huh? Can't tattoo stone? That is unfortunate. Clothes color. Well, dark is pretty good, I guess. I do like greens for my nature character. Oh, wow, that is way too dark. And this one does... Oh, his actual tattoos, since you can't choose them. That actually looks pretty decent. I like that. Yeah, we'll go with that.
I have no use for this. Adventures await.
Let's hear you cry!
Too much.
Not that I care. I'm not touching that. Ah, entertainment. March, march. All I do is march.
Guess we're gonna have to go with that one. Oh boy, name. Inspire me. I hate that you get to choose birthday, because like, this doesn't matter for anything, and it's like, none of this matters. It's September, October. That's fine, I guess.
That's what you get.
I think that's what we want to go with. It's weird that you get these proficiencies, but are pretty highly encouraged not to use them. But I guess more options are always good. Okay, perception and athletics are both good. Nature lore is decent. Everything else, trash.